Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry. Today, we're diving into the complex and, let's be honest, high-stakes world of modern hotel distribution. You can think of it as the invisible engine that really determines how you find and book a room. And for hotels, well, it's the difference between being fully booked or completely empty. Our goal here is pretty simple: to cut through all the jargon and give you the practical, real-world strategies that define success in today's digital travel market. This program is all about bridging that gap between theory and what actually happens in a hotel's revenue office. So let's get started. So let me ask you, where does a hotel stay really begin? I can tell you, it's not at the check-in counter anymore. The modern front desk is digital. It's this huge online marketplace where the guest journey actually starts. And for hotels, learning to master this space is, without a doubt, their biggest opportunity and their greatest challenge. Just think about it for a second. Not all that long ago, booking a hotel meant, flipping through a dusty guidebook or maybe calling a travel agent. It was slow, it was fragmented. Now, fast forward to today. You can search, compare, and book pretty much any hotel in the world right from your phone in a matter of minutes. This incredible convenience has completely rewired what we, as travelers, expect. So, how does a little boutique hotel in Paris get noticed by a traveler all the way over in Tokyo? Well, that's the exact problem that online travel agencies, or OTAs, were built to solve. They essentially became the gateway for hotels of all shapes and sizes to get seen on a truly global scale. At its very core, an OTA is just a massive digital marketplace. It's really that simple. On one side, you have hotels providing the supply, all their rooms, and on the other, you've got millions of travelers providing the demand. The OTA's job is to organize all that chaos into a simple, searchable place where a booking can actually happen. For a hotel, and especially an independent one, the advantages are just huge. I mean, an OTA listing gives them immediate access to a global audience they could never, ever afford to reach on their own. And for you, the traveler, it makes everything so much easier by standardizing information and, maybe most importantly, building a real foundation of trust. Now, what's really fascinating here is the power of what we call social proof. You see, on these platforms, guest reviews are basically the currency of trust. Why? Because the feedback is coming from other travelers just like you, not from the hotel's marketing team. It just feels more objective, more real. A hotel's ranking, its visibility, and ultimately its revenue, well, they live and die by these reviews. But listen, while OTAs are incredibly powerful, putting all your eggs in one basket is always a risky strategy. Any smart hotel operator knows that OTAs are just one piece of a much, much larger and more complex puzzle. To really succeed, you have to understand the entire distribution ecosystem. So think of it less like a single pipeline and more like a web. It's this big interconnected network of different channels, and each one is designed to reach a different kind of guest at a different time. Mastering this web, that's the real secret to a sustainable business. Let's start with what is, by far, the most valuable channel: direct bookings. We're talking about the hotel's own website. From a strategic point of view, this is where you own the guest's relationship. It's not just about saving a few bucks on commission. It's about controlling your brand story and building a loyal base of customers who come back again and again. Next up, we've got the Global Distribution Systems, or GDS. This is the B2B powerhouse of the industry. Don't just think of it as a booking source. See it as the hotel's main artery to high-value, predictable revenue from corporate clients and big travel agencies. It's really the engine that drives most business travel. Now, wholesalers, they play a totally different game. They're buying up rooms in bulk, often months in advance and at a discounted rate. For a hotel, especially a big resort, this is the channel you use to guarantee a certain baseline of occupancy. It's a strategy that's all about volume and predictability. And finally, there's metasearch. Sites like Google Hotels or Kayak. They don't actually sell the rooms themselves. Instead, they are the ultimate price comparison battlefield. They pull rates from everyone, OTAs, the hotel's own site, and line them all up side by side. This is where a hotel's pricing strategy faces its final test, right before you click that book button. Okay, so you've got all these different channels. What's the winning play? Well, it's not about picking one over the other. The master strategy is all about building a healthy, diversified mix of all of them. This is the absolute core of any modern, resilient revenue plan. A balanced mix might look something like this. Now, of course, the exact percentages are going to change depending on whether you're a city business hotel or a tropical beachfront resort, but the principle, that's universal. Diversification is your best defense against market shifts and your key to stable, predictable revenue. And this slide illustrates the why perfectly. I mean, if you depend on just one OTA for 90% of your business, what happens when they decide to raise their commission rate? You're stuck. A diversified strategy gives you flexibility, it gives you leverage, and most importantly, it protects that direct connection you have with your guests. This brings us to that tricky subject of commissions. It's really tempting to see them as just another cost, but let me offer you a better way to think about it. See it as a performance-based marketing investment. You only pay when an OTA delivers a confirmed booking, a customer you almost certainly wouldn't have reached on your own. It's a strategic cost for acquiring a brand new guest. So how in the world do you actually juggle all these different channels without creating complete chaos? Well, it really all boils down to mastering 3 core principles. Getting these 3 things right is what makes a digital strategy actually work in the real world. First up, rate parity. The price for the same room has to be the same everywhere. If a guest finds a lower price on an OTA than on your own website, you've instantly broken their trust. Second, inventory accuracy. Technology has to make sure you never, ever sell the same room twice. That's a one-way ticket to a horrible review. And third, content alignment. Your photos, your descriptions, they have to be consistent so the room a guest books is the room they actually get. Simple as that. So here's the crucial point, the thing that ties this all together. Your entire digital distribution strategy, it's all designed to get the guest through your front door for the very first time. But your single most powerful marketing tool is the actual experience you give them once they arrive. An incredible stay is what converts a first-time OTA guest into a lifelong direct booking fan. Look, we've just mapped out the distribution world as it looks today, but new channels are going to emerge. Algorithms will change. The technology is always in motion. So the real question you have to ask yourself is this: will your strategy evolve with it? Because in this game, the learning never stops.